Big John, Big John.
Well, good Saturday morning, everybody. Tammy's truck's still on the lift here, and I haven't really worked on it all week. I've been busy taking care of something else. So we'll get to that later. So we got to get these fuel lines fixed. Of course, I had the doors open. Had the doors open last week, and I had a cat in here, and it got stuck in here for a couple days, and then Ruckus was chasing it and it wouldn't come out. So we got cat duty in the oil dry. Anyway, let's turn some lights on. We got to get these fuel lines changed in her truck. So that is hopefully the project for today. Where's my new tool? Here it is. Running the Harbor Freight. Got one of these cheapy disconnect tools. So these fuel lines come clear up right there. I know you probably can't see them. They go from there all the way down the frame, back to the fuel tank, to the fuel cooler. One comes from the tank, one goes to the fuel cooler. The returned fuel from the CP3 pump up here goes through the cooler before it goes back into the tank. So I'm going to unhook these up here first. I got to get step stool and stuff. I almost need to turn the heat on in here. Whew. Okay. I got one off, and I had a heck of a time getting it to pull back off of that line. Well, I got to looking. There's a clamp right there holding these two lines on. So that explains why. So we got to get this clamp off of here, and then we can slide them lines out really easy, I'll bet. Okay, well, it's Sunday now. Lester come over last night, or yesterday afternoon, Commander, and the kids came over, the grandkids. So we didn't work on this very much more at all. So I do have that one line off, the small one, and trying to get the big one off is where I stopped. So we're gonna get back on this. Tammy wants to run up to the pool shop, or not the pool shop, but I think it's Inside Out up in Maumee, and get the chemicals. The pump has been running the pool for 2 weeks now, and it looks really good. It just needs all the chemicals in it and stuff. So it's full. All the rain we've gotten, it's probably put 1,000 gallons of water in that pool, the rain we've had over the last week, which that's one good thing, but I'd rather be farming than swimming. So anyway, we're gonna get back on this truck for a while before she's ready to go. See if we can't get this line off the top here, and then we go underneath. Well, it was a fight, but I won. Went back up to Harbor Freight today when me and Tammy was running around and picked up these plastic rings, and they're deeper this way. So I had that one on there, and a pair of vice grips, and a pair of channel locks, and a hammer, and a pry bar. But there's the 1/2 inch one, there's the small one, there's the big one. I got it. I was going to film, but there was some language involved, so the camera didn't get turned on. But I got it now underneath. Okay, so we've got a line in right here, another line there, and one here, and the one back there. The one back there on top is the 1/2-inch line that goes from the tank. It's the bigger line here, goes all the way up to the CP3 pump on the engine. The smaller line on top comes back, turns into a rubber line here, and goes into this cooler right here. Comes out of the cooler here, goes back around, turns into a steel line for a little bit, goes up and over, and that's the one that's connected over here. So we got to get these 4 fittings loose. 3, I should say. 4. And she's dripping fuel. So I'll take that thing off of there. It's full of fuel inside. I might just cut these hose where it's flexible hose. I'll try first, but definitely up here where it turns flexible, it's going to get cut and taken out in about 3 different pieces. So let's I don't know what to do with you guys. Okay, so ooh. Well, yeah, it's about time for the cussing and the swearing again. I can tell that. They're full of road grime and everything else. And I'm not getting a sliding action.
gonna drain on fuel out of my tank, isn't it?
Fuel running up my arms. Love that. Stopped it at the elbow. Didn't make it to the armpit.
Where'd you guys go? Back, Rocket, where'd you go? Come on, boy! Where's your brother?
Well, at least it's not red fuel coming out of there.
Shouldn't be.
We're gonna end up pulling that cooler off of there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You just lay out here. Those have got fittings. That go from this push connector into the cooler. There's actual thread and fitting. And they don't look very good. So we might have to replace them too. All right, I'll be back. All right, it's 11 o'clock at night. Well, I took the cooler off. So here's the cooler.